students, let's continue national income. Let's start with domestic territory. What is meant by domestic territory? Yes. See, domestic territory means economic territory. So, domestic territory is a very important concept in national income accounting. So, in layman's language, domestic territory means the political frontiers of a country. Yes, so the domestic territory includes land within the border of the country, ships and aircraft owned and operated by the normal residents, fishing boats, oil and natural gas rigs and floating platforms operated by the residents of a country in the international water where they have exclusive rights of operation. The fourth, embassies, consultants and military establishment of a country located abroad. So, these are those things which included in a domestic territory. Normal residents. Normal residents are those individuals and institutions who normally reside in a country for more than 1 year and whose center of economic interest lies in that country. We'll be calling it as a normal residence. Yes? Now, let's move on to factor income and transfer income. What is meant by factor income? See, factor income, which refers to income which is received by factor of production for rendering factor services in the production process. Yes, we'll be calling it as a factor income. Transfer income, which refers to income received without rendering any productive services in return. It's called a transfer income. So let's see what is the difference between factor income and transfer income. Factor income earned for providing factor services. In transfer income earned without providing any productive services. So it is included in national income. It is not included in national income. Example, rent, wages, interest and profit. In transfer income, unemployment allowances, old age pension, scholarships, etc. So there is a difference between factor income and transfer income. Now, let's move on to final goods and intermediate goods. What is meant by final goods? Yes, final goods are those goods which are used either for direct consumption or for investment. See, milk and butter are final goods which purchased by a household for consumption. Machines and equipments are final goods bought by a firm for capital formation. Yes, we'll be calling it as a final goods. Intermediate goods. Goods that are used up in the production process and goods that are bought for resale are called intermediate goods. Now, the difference between final goods and intermediary goods. The first intermediate goods, goods that are used up in production and goods that are bought for resale. In final goods, goods that are used for consumption or for investment. They are not included in the national income, but they are included in the national income in final goods. They are still in the production boundary. They are crossed the production boundary. See, example of intermediate goods, bread purchased by a restaurant, bread purchased by a household. So these are the difference between final goods and intermediary goods. Now, consumption goods, that is consumer goods. Consumption goods are those goods that satisfy the wants of the consumer directly. Yes, see for example, television, mobile phones, etc. Now, capital goods. What is capital goods? Capital goods are final goods which helps in the production of other goods and services. See for example, machines, tools and equipments, inventories are also considered a part of capital stock. Now, let's move on to depreciation. Depreciation is nothing but which refers to fall in the value of fixed assets as a result of normal wear and tear, passage of time and expected obsolescence. So it is also called consumption of fixed capital. Yes, so gross value which is equals to net value plus depreciation. Investment. Investment refers to addition to the capital stock of the economy. So the gross investment, total addition made to the capital stock of an economy during a year is called a gross investment, and capital stock which includes fixed assets and unsold stock. Yes, we'll be calling it as a gross investment. Net investment, the actual addition made to the capital stock of an economy during a year is called a net investment. So net investment is equals to gross investment minus depreciation. Now, net indirect taxes. So net indirect taxes is the difference between indirect tax paid by the firm to the government and subsidies paid by the government to firms. So net indirect tax is equals to indirect taxes minus subsidies. Net factor income from abroad. NFIA refers to difference between factor income received from rest of the world and factor income paid to the rest of the world. So NFIA is equals to factor income earned from abroad and factor income paid to abroad. Now, what are the components of NFIA? Net compensation to employees, that is wage earned by Indian residents outside India. So, wages earned by foreign residents in India. Net income from property and entrepreneurship. Rent, interest, dividends earned by the Indian residents abroad. Rent, interest and dividends earned by foreign residents in India. Net retained earnings. Retained earnings of Indian company located abroad. So retained earning of foreign company located in India. So these are the three main components of net factor income from abroad. Yes. Thank you, students.